Testing. Hi there, guys. My name is Rohan Beve. Today we are going to be talking about or answering the question, how do cats land on their feet always? So have you ever wondered how cats always land on their feet? Right? So let's say you have a pet cat, okay? And one day you're just carrying him, right? You accidentally hit something maybe or whatever, right? And you accidentally let go of the cat. But then the cat just naturally just turns around in the air and just lands on its feet and walks away. Like, this almost happens every single time she ever jumps down or gets stumbled upon and starts to fall. They always land on their feet. But have you ever wondered why or how does this even happen? Okay, so how do cats land on their feet? The secret is, unlike other animals, let's say a dog you accidentally drop, it doesn't have this reflex called the righting reflex, okay? Now, this reflex is basically a built-in thing, so that way when a cat falls, it basically automatically turns in the air really quickly, since, well, it's a reflex, to land on their feet, so that way their neck doesn't split in half or whatever, okay? It doesn't get injured, okay? Now, how does this all work in midair, right? So due to what the laws of conservation of angular momentum states, that when a cat turns one part of their body, the other part of the cat's body has to turn in the opposite direction. So how does this all work? Okay, mind you, this will happen like in a fraction of a second, okay? In a fraction of 1 second, I guess, okay? This will all happen, okay? So what happens is, first, the cat will orientate his head, okay? And once he sees, he spots everything, right? The second thing that will happen is that they turn their legs, okay? In turn, turning their front body. While on the back, in their rear, due to what the laws of conversion of angular momentum stating that the other half of the cat must turn the opposite direction, well, it turns in the opposite direction, okay? So to counter this, the cat, okay, turns the legs in the right way from the body, okay, which is turning the opposite way, okay? So then it basically twists and turns, eventually getting into the right position. Then the cat arches their back to reduce the force of impact, puts out their paws to reduce the shock, right? Shockwave, and then they land, right? And they're perfectly unscathed. But you might be asking, why do cats land on their feet? Like, why do they even need to do that? Because they're stupid, okay? Let's say, for example, your cat gets on the door, okay, somehow, and it has the bright idea of, hey, maybe a good way to get down is through on the door frame, for example. So it gets on the door frame, okay, of course, they slip, they start falling, okay? Now, due to this reflex, without the reflex, the cat would more or less get injured, okay? But with this reflex, they'll immediately turn in the air using all of these steps, okay? And land flawlessly, okay? So that's basically how a cat lands on their feet always, okay? And then that's how they do it. And, well, that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!